Welcome back to the Fire Emblem Fates Birthright Blind Run. Last time, we were out on a ship in a storm, and we fought a whole ton of invisible invaders, but we still don't know who the invisible swordsman is or what his goals are. Also, Zola apparently sacrificed himself to save Takumi, but I really don't think he's being sincere about it. This time, we're going to have a dark reunion. And I think I know what's going to happen in this chapter. Because they say it's at an opera house, and yeah, let's actually go and update data here for a second. I actually did set it so that I'd actually get people's avatars in my castle now. So, yeah. Also, I hadn't updated this in a while, so... Oh, it seems like I don't have any... Okay, still don't have anyone. Okay, let's just talk to people then. Okay, then. 3 fish is actually not bad. That's decent.
Whoa.
Okay, this has the potential to be very hilarious. Stylish beans! Yes, some stylish beans. Oh, hi there, Takumi. You've been spending too much time with Oboro, and as hilarious as it would be to give him a pink beret... Huh. It's tempting, but no. Hero mask is kind of cool. He'd probably hate that. This maybe?
Thanks.
Oh, hey, they actually... Wow, I called him brother. Nice. And peaches. Which is annoying because we already have a peach orchard. Oh well. 1 quartz.
You know...
And yeah, Mozu is actually definitely one of the better cooks in the army, so that makes sense. Are you two getting a support, or...?
I am at your service.
Yes, you are! Kinda interesting, because, well... Yeah, probably shouldn't say what I intend to do on Conquest, but yeah. And I probably already spoiled what I intend to do on Conquest, but anyway.
Welcome, welcome.
Oh, hi there, Hannah. Your luck stat is not that great. I wonder if the person's luck stat affects this. Yep, still consolation prizes. I have yet to win anything major. I wonder what the odds of that are. Again, I wonder if it is based on the character's luck stat. Okay, so we have Lilith's Shrine, we have the face place. And let's see if anyone's going to do better in the arena this time.
They won't beat us.
Oh, hi there, Sizor. Well, you did very well against the guy who killed your father.
Your service.
Oh, that's awesome! The 2 brothers are fighting! That's great! Yeah, let's do this. Okay, 2 brothers. What should I wager? This could be an opportunity to get some more of Jade, maybe. And we get to choose who's the primary fighter. Saizo has the better defense. Also, he's currently equipping a brass weapon, which is a bit annoying, but oh well. I wonder if Pirate... Round 1... Okay, so the enemies are paired up. We're fighting a samurai and a ninja. Let's hope we can do this.
Let's go.
They got this in the bag.
Watch out! If I may.
Yes! You are no match for the true master ninja of this game. Oh, that's amazing!
Naturally.
I love how those 2 just do that pose, they're just, boom, gone. Our work here is done. Oh, the Ninja Brothers are so awesome. Okay, guess I should check the mess hall.
Oh.
Oh! Reina! Huh. How good a cook are you? What can you make with peaches?
I I will extinguish you.
I admit that was kind of great. That was
Um.
pretty... Oh, her expression's a bit weird. Wait, Choseny? I think this is actually supposed to be Odin's adjective, but I think sometimes, sometimes you get a random adjective from, like, someone else. But anyway, made with Choseny flair, I guess so. This doesn't seem too bad.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Let's see.
Okay. So everyone's got magic +2 then. Though that really doesn't affect... Though Sizor's magic is actually decent from that. I still find it hilarious that Azama's magic is his worst stat, despite being a magic user. Okay, so really the only people that's affected are these two. But it's not bad. I love that. I will extinguish you. Yes, she is very serious about cooking, apparently. Now, who can we face look today? Well, I know that you can actually choose anybody here, but only the people with hearts get support points. So, I want to choose mostly from them, and out of these three, Orochi's the only one we haven't invited before, so let's invite her. This should be interesting. Knock knock. Who's there? You. You who? You whose face Kamui is going to touch!
How nice to spend this time with you.
Hopefully your room doesn't have multiple weaknesses. And goodbye Fukuyama Gishi. I mean Orochi. I saw Kamui just bending over in the corner there. What was he doing? Kamui, I'm a little suspicious. So, supports. We have quite a few, actually. For some reason, Kamui and Hayato got to see support. I expected Kamui and Reina, but yeah, I didn't expect Hayato. Also, yeah, let's save this one for last. That happened, I think, in an off-chapter skirmish, because I wanted to get them a little bit caught up. Oboro and Takumi B, obviously. Kaze and Azura C, okay, that's cool. Silas and Azura A. Orochi and Hayato B. Saizo and Kagero C, they did not participate in the last chapter. I actually did that in a skirmish, so yeah. And also, yeah, Reina, her only support is Kamui, so yeah. I've heard that there were rumors that Reina was supposed to be a first-generation female originally, like as in being able to marry like any of the first-generation guys. That would have given her a lot more character development, but oh well. Speaking of character development, let's just hope she's not like too Henry-ish. Oh, okay. A apron from her cooking. Huh. Well, it doesn't involve extinguishing things. That was interesting. Yeah, off the battlefield, she's surprisingly normal. I guess I like that. Anyway, Kamui and Hayato, this should be interesting. Mumble, mumble. Ah, writing spells, are you? Is it a counter-troll spell for when Azama next comes to try and troll you? Oh, that's cool. Oh. The Wind Tribe's upcoming festival. I really hope Nor hasn't invaded them by the time you get back. It's not like I miss my family or anything. It's not like that's a letter to my father or anything. What? Oh! I thought he couldn't write at all, but obviously that's not true with the charms. He's never written a letter before. Interesting. Wow. That's actually quite a nice support. Gives a little bit of extra development to him. And yes, Kamui has all of these supports, and yet his waifu still has not joined. I think she's going to join soon, though. And, let's see. I guess another one of these supports that I just got by sheer coincidence and wasn't really going for. You know, now I think about it, I wonder if this support is actually totally identical on Conquest. If that's the case, I'm actually going to skip this, because I'll be showing that in the other file, and let's just say I'll be supporting them much more over there, so yeah. Let's see. Yeah, you know what, I'll do, actually, I'll get the C's out of the way first. So, here are a pair of characters that I am, well, pairing together. I actually have been spoiled on something about these two as a pairing, and that just makes me really like this pairing even more. I should confess, though, I was planning on pairing them anyway before I even knew about that thing about them, so yeah. Also, speaking of knowing things about Kagero, so I read recently that apparently Kagero was originally supposed to be the second female royal sibling, which explains why she looks a lot like Mikoto. Hinoka wasn't even in the game at all to start with. She was just a random sketch that the character designer did and asked to put in the game, and she became a major character. I think this explains why Hinoka overall feels like the least relevant to the story of the Hoshido Royals. But anyway. Huh. Oh, interesting. You calling him a failure? Well, this would make sense. I mean, yeah, he'd probably scare all the recruits. Well, admittedly, that's kind of what ninja do. Reminds me of the introduction speech at Psychonauts. The rest of you will die! Oh, so you say proverbs. That was interesting. I want to see how the higher supports go. Now, for some more supports I'm going for. It's time for another rare Pokemon card, herb showdown. Haha. Potion battle? Oh hey, so litmus paper. Well, he's a little suspicious of that. That's funny, they're competing more than Hana and Tsubaki are. So neither of them are in... Well, only one of them can be a witch, but I know that witch has a few skills that relate directly to potions, so yeah. Doubt any of them can actually make potions at this point. Cold medicine. We must make Cold Killer X, and hopefully not a poison version. And we'll see whose explodes. Tuh. Oh, so I guess they both have different specialties. Oh, wow! Oh, okay, so they... Interesting. They both have different potion specialties. That's kind of interesting. That 9 speed, though. That 9 magic, though. Wow, and magic plus 2. His magic is really bad, actually. I guess we could go for Oboro and Takumi B now. This song, I haven't heard this very much. Well, I mean, I hope she's making anti-possession fabric. Oh, no, you certainly don't. Kinda sad she's the one thinking about the future of the war's over, because on Classic, she can actually die. And the Takumi seal of approval is definitely a very good thing, considering how overpowered he is. Aww, that's really nice. Yeah, I've heard another reason why people like this support between the two of them is it actually is one of the few that show Takumi's better side. Yeah. That's ironic considering who we're going to recruit later on in Hoshido. See, yeah, it shows his nicer side quite a bit, which is, yeah, pretty cool. Now for the A support. Would that be that you actually trust her, finally? Yeah, which is more than can be said for Zola. I still think he had an ulterior motive for sacrificing himself there. I mean, he knew Sakura was around to heal him. Okay, that's nice. Yes, yes, let's be friends from now on. That's a really short A support. Okay, then. Anyway, I'm not sure if, like, I'll really like this pairing overall, but it's still. Speaking of pairings, though, it's time for the first one we do. And, of course, it's no surprise that it's really the first one that I was actually going for. Though, I think you could potentially get things like Kamui and Rinka or Felicia earlier. But, anyway. Here we go! First ever S support of the playthrough. Okay, yeah, so it says, warning, you can only have one S support. I don't know if you got this warning in Awakening, I just realized. Yeah. Let's go. No, I think it's quite the opposite. Was because you were madly in love with her. Oh. Or that. Oh. As a teammate, of course. Yes, you did. It was Beatrice and Benedict the whole time. Except in this case, they didn't actually have to be tricked into liking each other. Into thinking the other one liked them, and then it gets really awkward, and then they actually do fall for each other for real. I still like that plot, actually. Yeah, let's defend Lady Sakura together, this time as husbando and waifu. And yeah, Sakura will definitely be happy, although it might be kind of weird at first. It's like, although alternatively, she'll probably be like, it's about time. My guess is she probably knew this was coming all along. That's a fairly standard S support, but I still like it. And then we get this. Okay then, first time we're seeing this. So yeah, I do know about the reason for the second generation's existence in this game, and to be honest, I agree with a lot of people in disliking it. It's really awkward, it has a lot of disturbing implications, and it feels like they could have done a lot better to justify a second generation being in this game. That is by far the biggest flaw I have with this game so far. However, it does mean that we at least get a paralogue. And I like as well that... Okay, I'll mention that later. But unfortunately, the castle was no safe place for infants. So they had to put them in the hyperbolic baby chamber. Yeah, no kidding. So suddenly, they have the Sims age up cheat applied to them. Yeah. But at least the children are going to be safe. Until it's time to take them out of the baby realm. Speaking of which...
Well then...
So, we now have access to Paralogue 13, Truly Talented, which would be Tsubaki's child Paralogue. And it already spoiled the name of his daughter. So... This is Kaeldori's paralogue. Kaeldori is kinda interesting for certain reasons. However, the way I plan to take on the child paralogues is... how do I intend to do it? Like, personally, I'm gonna wait until I get a child paralogue for Nor before I do one for Hoshidor. To keep to the pace of the two runs at around the same point, I want to make sure that I go, basically, yeah, one chapter Nor, one chapter Hoshidor, and like that. So I'm not actually going to do these until I get my first Nor child paralogue, and then I'll do the two of them together. Also, I think it'll be the children affected by the parents' stats and the like, but I've heard these paralogues actually scale according to where you are in the story, and I actually quite like that, though I've heard that makes recruiting some of the kids a heck of a lot harder later in the game. Such as, for example, a child named, apparently, Shiro. I have no idea whose child Shiro is, but I've heard that recruiting them is next to impossible without a rescue staff if you go to that chapter late. So, yeah, that's gonna be bad. Before we move out to the actual next chapter, though, I think we need to do a trade. Hiroka needs a little extra power, and the negative speed is not going to matter too much because her speed's already great, so she'll get the steel Naginata. Meanwhile... Oboro shall equip the guard Naginata and become virtually indestructible. So that's going to be fun. Anyway, now I think it is time.
Well,
Time to move out to the next battlefield.
yes.
As Felicia said, yes. Time to go to the Opera House where we'll have a dark reunion.